So this video is on why America is the worst culture. So all cultures are different, and yes, such a thing as culture does exist. I'm sorry, there might be subcultures and individuals, but culture exists. It's real. Why is America the worst one? Well, from every culture's point of view, other cultures are worse than it. This is not an opinion, this is true by definition. Hello, Bell. So, for example, one way of defining a culture is it's a set of values and norms. So other cultures will have different values and norms. By definition, we will think of them as ethically worse than other cultures. That's a hard thing to admit, but true. Bong, bong, bong. Okay, so why is America the worst? Well, America's the worst, A, because it's dominating the world. It's dominating the world militarily and culturally, which means that it's influencing all the others, doing it according to its own set of values. So it's the one that's most imposing itself on others, and that's problematic. Second reason why it's the worst one in the world, it's culture blind. So on scales that measure different cultural variables, there's one called individualism versus collectivism. Social individuals, different ways of saying it depending on what scale you're using. America scores way, way high on this, and it tends to express things in terms of individuals. So when I talk about culture to American friends, they'll say, yeah, well, it depends on the individual, and how dare you put me in a box. And I almost hear it as racism, yeah? Almost hear it as racism to start talking about culture. So that in itself, I think, is problematic. Why? Because they're not noticing how their own culture impacts when they're interacting with other cultures. So that culture blindness is deeply, deeply problematic. So there's my two reasons why. I have my personal reasons of things I like and dislike about American culture. I like the confidence, I like the pragmatic can-do enthusiasm. That's something I personally enjoy, I find useful. My American friends do that. I'm not all anti everything in American culture. I like hamburgers and action films. And there's things that I dislike. I dislike how over the top it can be, how some of the fake things can be, particularly some of the, we can talk about East and West Coast. Yes, I know you can split American culture into many cultures, but America, come on, go to Europe, go to Japan, go to Ethiopia. You're not actually that different on different coasts. Some differences for sure. So there we go. Why American culture is terrible. Why we should stop American culture domination of the world.